As our world increasingly descends into madness driven by our AI and or capitalist overlords, I'm here to remind you, you do not need to play their games. You can call a timeout. You can ask coach for replacements. What is it called when they exchange the players on the field? You know what I'm saying? You can tell I don't watch sports. I don't know why I chose a sports metaphor for this. Anyways, the economy sucks, the world is constantly at war, and I just had a dream that I was kidnapped, well, I guess adult napped, forced to sell food on the streets, and then escaped to try and find help at the US Embassy. True story. I've seen a lot of people online talking about how they are consciously making the decision to unsubscribe from unnecessary capitalism, implementing some kind of shopping ban or doing some kind of like no buy, low buy plan for a certain amount of time. And I understand doing something like that can be difficult. It can be so much easier to just stick your head in the sand, continue doing what you've always been doing, which is to buy that trendy skirt because it's on sale and you'll only wear it once and then it will inevitably sit in your closet and it will mock you. It will laugh at you because you fell for it. You fell for their tricks. You allowed yourself to become separated from your hard-earned money or someone else's hard-earned money that will line some billionaire's pocket who doesn't give a shit about you. And so today I wanted to talk about the steps you can take to get over your shopping addiction and why I personally no longer want to spend money on clothes. But before we get any further, I think I'm gonna need to push you back a little bit. The camera feels really close to my face, and also it looks like I'm barely wearing a shirt. So let's fix this situation. Okay, is that better? Does it look more like I'm wearing a shirt? Kind of. It's just a very low cut shirt. Now, I'd like to preface some things before we get into it. One, this is not like the end all be all. This is just things that I have thought of, things I have learned myself over the years of being a consumer in a capitalist society. Also, I'm not here to try and tell you to
never buy things ever again, to never shop ever again.
That's not what I'm saying. Even I like to buy the occasional item, but I am just trying to help you be more conscious about your shopping habits, trying to help you make better choices when it comes to spending your money. So, welcome class, come in, take a seat. There are seats in the front. Don't be shy, don't sit all the way in the back. Come on, move forward. Do you remember when teachers used to do that? When the students would leave the first 3 rows open and then the teacher would force the entire class to move forward, and then the people who were in the 3rd row then became the 1st row and everyone had to move up. Yeah. But welcome class to How to Get Over Your Shopping Addiction 101. Number 1. Now this is nothing groundbreaking at all. I'm sure you've heard this before, but it is a good reminder to, if you want to buy something, put it in your cart first without pressing checkout, without clicking, purchase now, or put it on a wish list in your notes or in some kind of saved document somewhere and wait. Give yourself a set amount of time. It could be even 3 days to a week, even a month. But really try to work on the impulse control of not checking out right away. Save it for later. Give yourself some time to really think it over, mull over your decision, and come back at a later date and see if you still really want the item. Because chances are, given yourself the time, you will realize, no, I actually don't want this item. I was kind of just caught up in the moment.
Oh my gosh, this is the greatest thing I have seen in the whole world.
I'd like to buy that piece of plastic with this piece of plastic.
Now, this is more useful or helpful when you're online shopping specifically, but even if you are in-person shopping, take a minute. Take just a second to really think about whether this thing in your hands is something you actually really want. Upon going through my own closet, I realized a lot of what I've purchased was really just done on impulse. And a lot of those impulse purchases then sit unworn in my closet and they just take up space.
Die kenne ich nicht.
Oops.
So take the time, whether it's online shopping or in-person shopping, to really, really think about if this thing you want to buy is worth it. And especially if you're online shopping, again, save it for later. Put it on a wish list, save the link, put it in your cart, but don't actually check out, and then come back to it in a few days' time. A week, if you really want to be strict with yourself, several weeks, a month, and then reevaluate your decision.
There you go, kid.
That's it? I'll never understand the workings of high finance.
But this kind of segues me into my point number 2, which is to think about the amount of time you will have to work to be able to buy this item, whatever it is you want to buy. If it is $200 and you get paid, let's say $20 an hour, I'm doing math on the spot right now, but I believe that works out to 10 hours you will have to work to be able to make this $200 purchase. And so, is that 10 hours of your working life really worth whatever it is you want to buy? Thinking about it that way really puts into perspective how much of your life you will have essentially wasted to be able to purchase this one thing. Number 3. Buying secondhand or at thrift stores or even on sale is not a justification or an excuse to buy something. I think I have mentioned this before in my gentrification of thrift shopping video, but just because something is cheaper does not mean you are necessarily getting a better deal. Because if you buy something, only wear it once, never actually wear it, that was still money wasted, and it's still space being taken up in your closet. And I think if anything, buying secondhand at a thrift store on sale is even harder to try to pass up because you are giving yourself the excuse of it's such a deal. It's such a steal.
This is $800. I'm kidding. It's on sale. Oh my gosh. Are you serious?
And so it's easier to spend more money or buy more things because they are at a cheaper rate. So you could possibly spend more money, get more things that you don't actually want, don't actually like, don't actually need, that will just waste your money and end up sitting in your closet unused. Number 4. Stop doom scrolling through influencers who make money off of your purchases. Now, I have to admit, I don't really use social media. I am not on TikTok. I don't watch TikTok. I don't use TikTok. I barely use Instagram, okay? So I don't know what it's like to go through videos or reels or TikToks where the influencer is trying to sell you things, or they are promoting, items on their Amazon storefront, or use my code, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I don't know what it's like to get sucked into that. But I know this vortex exists. All of these influencers trying to sell to you, showing off all of these things that they have gotten, and trying to suck you in and make you purchase these items in which they make money off of them. In which. And so if you know this is how you do a lot of your shopping, whether it's done on impulse or not, unsubscribe, unfollow, don't watch, don't engage, just scroll past, and don't let yourself get sucked into whatever they're trying to sell to you, because that's their job. They're trying to make money. Whether they like the product or not, they're just trying to make some money off of you. And don't let them do that. Don't let them do that. They can make their money off of someone else. You don't even look. Pretend you do not see, okay? Number 5. What? Reorient your relationship with clothes and money, and learn how to appreciate them more. Remember when Marie Kondo's cleaning method was all the rage back in the day? I don't even remember when that was, but her idea was keeping only the things that spark joy. Okay, I had to change my camera battery. This one can be a bit more subtle, so it can be a bit more difficult to implement, but really what I'm trying to say is Learn to appreciate what you have. Try to understand what it is about each piece of clothing you have that sparks joy to you, that you love, and whenever you want to go shopping again, try to figure out what exactly it is that you like about this piece that you want to buy, rather than clothes being disposable, rather than buying something and then donating it in a couple of months or even next year. Also, secondarily, learn to appreciate the time you put into working to make the money that you are spending on this thing. Time is precious, okay? Time is the only resource we don't get back. And so, again, like I mentioned before, really think if the time you are spending working is worth the money you are going to spend on this thing. Number 6, take it one day at a time if you have to, like a real addict. If you are someone who likes to do some form of shopping every day, if you are constantly looking forward to things coming in the mail, something is arriving every day, every other day, if you're clicking checkout every single day, then yes, take it one day at a time.
I like shopping. Is there anything so wrong with that?
Just go one day without purchasing anything besides, like the actual necessities like food or something like that. And wait. Work on the impulse control. Put whatever you want on the wish list that I mentioned earlier, or put it in your cart and don't click checkout right away. And wait. Really fight the urge and give yourself the time to think about if this is something that you actually want. So yes, like a real addict, if you really need to, just take it one day at a time and see how that goes.
I'm really strong. My wallet is closed. I do not want to shop.
Number 7, ask yourself if this is something you actually really want, okay? Sounds like a silly, stupid question, but is this something you really want? Or better yet, is it something you actually need? Is it a necessity? And if you're trying to justify this purchase in your mind, ask yourself if the hole in your wardrobe that this item will supposedly fill is legitimate.
It looks questionable to me.
Why are you buying this? Why do you want it? Is it because it's trendy? Is it because it is actually something you need, that is a necessity, that will fill a legitimate hole in your wardrobe? And lastly, number 8, understand that there will always be something new, that trends will always continue to cycle through. New clothes will constantly be manufactured. There will always be something cute and trendy. So your wardrobe will always feel incomplete. You will always feel like you are lacking in something. And so you will never be able to keep up. And I feel like once you understand that, you will be able to see the the scam that all of this is. How brands are constantly trying to grab your attention, constantly trying to push something onto you. Influencers too, they're always trying to sell to you.
My son is trying to get me out of my house. I think he may be up to something.
And it make you feel like you are inadequate, that you need this thing. And once you see through their games, you will understand, actually, no, I don't need this. I don't want this. And hopefully you'll get to a point where you do start to feel satisfied with what you have. Now, there are a few reasons why I personally no longer want to buy more clothes or spend any more money on clothes unnecessarily. Don't get me wrong. Like I mentioned earlier, it's not like I have cut up all of my credit cards or gone completely, what's the right word? I don't know, off the grid, okay? But I have just been trying to be more conscious of what I've been spending my money on. Now, whether you may know it or not, I am currently unemployed. So I am currently not making my own money. So my priorities have had to shift away from unnecessary clothing purchases. And so I too have had to reorient my relationship with clothes and with money. Previously, when I was making my own money, I would just do whatever I wanted with it. Not gonna lie. But now that I have had the time, forced, albeit, I have come to realize that I have so many clothes. I mean, I always knew that in the back of my mind. But being forced to reprioritize what I spend my money on, it has become even more apparent to me that I do not need all of these things, even if they are secondhand, even if they are thrifted. I have so many clothes already, more than I need, more than I know what to do with. So I do not need to spend unnecessarily on clothes that I don't actually need.
See ya!
Another reason that I mentioned earlier is that I realized so much of what I bought was done on impulse. And then it sits unworn in my closet. I either wear it once or I wear it not at all. And then, yeah, it just sits and it takes up space and it clutters. And it was completely unnecessary. And then the most obvious reason why I want to stop buying clothes just willy-nilly is to save money, to stop overconsumption, even when it comes to thrifting. And like I mentioned earlier, I think thrifting was my excuse. I'm getting all of these things. I'm doing such a good thing for the environment. They're on sale or they're so cheap. I can't pass this up. There's only one. I have to get it before someone else gets it.
It's our only pair.
That's not funny. Do you know who I am?
Well, I know you know who I am. So?
Yeah, no. I don't need to think any of those thoughts. Spending money is still spending money. I don't need these things. I need to save my money. I don't want to contribute to over-consumerism and over-capitalism. So let's just not do it at all. And lastly, for me, why I don't want to spend money on buying new clothes is the desire to learn how to sew myself. I started learning how to sew at the beginning of last year, and it's been a real work in progress. It's a journey, you guys. It's a journey. And if any of you sew already or want to learn how to sew or to get into sewing, you will learn and realize just how much time and effort and skill it takes to sew. It's such a learning curve. Even if it's something you go to school for, or even if it's something you have done since you were young, there's still so much to learn. And once you put in the effort to try to create, and that could be for anything. It could be for pottery. It could be for crochet or for knitting. It could be for, I don't know, like building or fixing cars. Once you are on the creative side, you will become more appreciative of the end results of the final product. You will realize how much time and effort goes into this, and especially if it's something to be monetized, you will realize if it took you like, I don't know, 6 hours to sew just one dress and you want to sell it and you want to be paid a fair wage, that will be so much more money that you will have to spend to pay for it compared to what is actually being sold to you by fast fashion brands. You will also learn the actual sewing techniques and what makes good sewing. And so if you go into a retail store, you'll become a lot more aware of what's actually being sold to you for the prices they're being sold at. And it's so much more satisfying. It's so much more difficult, but it's so much more satisfying to make something that actually looks good and then wear it out in public proudly.
Oh, slay.
And then when people ask you, oh my gosh, that dress is so cute, where'd you get it? You can say, I made it. But anyways, those are all my tips on how to beat your shopping addiction, how to beat overconsumption, and how to really stick it to our capitalist overlords. This was more of a chatty video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below what your relationship is with shopping. I'm actually really curious. As the journey is ever evolving. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again next time.